Hey Taurus, how are you? Welcome. I'm bringing you a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention some of the energy in the cosmos. We are in the energy of the full moon in Aries, which will be on the 20th. Depending on where you live, here it's going to be like 10:57 a.m. Eastern Time on the 20th. So be preparing your gratitude and release lists so that you have a really gentle, easy, and full and complete full moon. Okay. The second thing is we have a lot of planets that are stationing direct that have been retrograde for quite a while, with the exception of Mercury, which moves a little bit faster. So on the 6th, Pluto stationed direct in Capricorn. On the 10th, Saturn stationed direct in Aquarius. On the 18th, we had both Jupiter and Mercury stationing direct. Jupiter in Aquarius and Mercury in Libra. So Mercury is now in its post-shadow phase. So things should start to ease up. The second half of October should be feeling like you've got more movement and flow and momentum going instead of all the heavy energy that we've been sort of walking through quicksand since the spring. So I hope that makes you excited. I will be bringing a full moon in Aries reading to the channel, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's probably uploading today as well. Okay, so for your oracle, moving on to oracle, I selected from Goddess Guidance Oracle, and you got the card Irene, Goddess Irene. She is the goddess of peace, and the saying here is there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So let me tell you about Irene. It's interesting. The general message here is even though things may seem or feel chaotic, a higher plan is in action. So turn all your worries over to the divine or over to Irene, however you see it, and have gratitude for the peace that brings you, just to be able to unload your worries, to turn them over, to sort of surrender. Now, interestingly, the Romans called her Pax. Pax in Latin means peace. And here for you tarot nerds, if you get out your you have to have an original, the closest facsimile to the original tarot deck as possible. The one where you have the Four of Swords like this. None of the newer decks will have that. So this is the Smith-Coleman. So I'll show you which, right? Smith-Waite. I'm using, this is the Smith-Waite deck, but the Smith, the Universal Waite, W-A-I-T-E, those decks have it. Here in the stained glass window, it's hard for you to see because this is a smaller deck. There is a figure that seems very saintly, with the halo, with hands over a supplicant, someone who's kneeling, and they are receiving the healing of the hands over the head, that energetic healing. In the halo of this saint are three letters, P-A-X, Pax. So there it is. So this card, Irene, brings you not only peace, but brings you healing. Just thought that would be fun for you. Okay, if you're a nerd like I am, you would like that. So then we move on to the Whispers of Love Tarot, and you got card 22. I love that. That's, to me, there's the, 11 is our connection to our higher self, and alignment on our paths. And 22, I begin to feel the soul connection dynamic. And it says the heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. And it's showing us child sleeping and dreaming, and angels kind of, and all kinds of lovely energies flowing in and out of their dream consciousness. There is more going on than meets the eye, Taurus. So what this is saying is, I want to read it to you because it's kind of such a good thing for you to hear. I know a couple of you have been struggling, and so I feel like if I read this, you'll be able to digest the parts of it that really speak to you instead of me doing the Reader's Digest condensed version. So the heart of the matter, card 22, there is more going on than meets the eye. 22 is also a master number. We don't reduce it. Take a moment to get to the genuine issues in this situation. The truth of what is going on lies at the very heart of it. Be honest and willing to do whatever is necessary to take care of this. Whether you see your current scenario as positive or negative, it is happening for a reason. Awareness and understanding will help you see beyond your current circumstances. It may feel difficult at first, but with time you may feel differently and understand why things unfolded as they did. Even if you are in emotional upheaval, there is an outcome that will bring love and blessings. A beautiful angel watches over a sleeping child while myriad dreams fill her slumber. Sometimes it feels like you are surrounded by far more than you can comprehend. This card is showing you there is a higher power working on your behalf. You are watched over and loved. A situation will be resolved with time. That last sentence, Taurus, listen to me. It will be resolved over time. This is the protection coming in. The peace, the resolution, the clearing out the chaos. Just kind of let go, like you're doing the dead man's float in a little whirlpool in the ocean. Used to do that all the time as a kid. Yeah, and that was the first thing you're taught. Like if you get caught in a little bit of a whirlpool, just do the dead man's float and it'll spit you out. It's when you try to fight against it that you get pulled under in the undertow. So I know that it was a weird metaphor, but it came to me, so I spoke it. For your last card, Oracle of the Seven Energies, you got card 19, 1 and 9 is 10, so there's some completion here. Waking the Lion. So this is from the fire energy center. I would call that solar plexus or third chakra. And it's saying, regardless of outer conditions, right? We're talking about all this crap that's swirling around you. You cannot wait for your fear to lessen before you take action, before you move forward. So that's why it's waking the lion. Nothing is promised to you here, Taurus, but you won't see anything truly magical unless you take the risk. So this card is telling you to be bold. All right? So move beyond the chaos. Trust that it's all happening for a reason. There is a higher plan in action. And don't let it all hold you back. Don't let your fear of what's going on around you stop you from taking bold action. I like it. I've been really enjoying the Oracle lately. It's all been coming through. What's fun for me is to try to piece it together since it's different decks. And it never ceases to amaze me how there is a story to be told. Ready for some tarot? Okay. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will join us here by subscribing. Click the thumbs up. Yeah, things have been a little stagnant on the channel lately in terms of growth. So if you've been a viewer for a long time but haven't yet subscribed, I ask that you do. Doesn't cost you a penny. Okay? Let's see what's going on. This is offered from the perspective of the Divine Feminine, just so you know. The extended will be all from the perspective of the Divine Masculine. So you can be here as a Taurian feminine. You can be here as a feminine of another sign watching for a Taurian masculine. You may need to flip the energies around. You can be here as a divine masculine, peeking over the shoulder of the divine feminine. So it's good for everybody. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. As long as the storyline resonates, you're golden. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels like first steps in a new direction. Maybe something needs to be learned. That's your present energy here. What's here to support you? Now, this can be the challenge position or the energy that's supporting you through this phase. And I feel like something new is beginning, and it may lead to a lot of happiness, bliss, the joy you seek, but there's something you have to learn first. There's more knowledge, more growth. Beginner's mind comes to mind. All right, there's the healing card. Pax, peace. That's what I'm talking about. Underneath. So somewhere in your subconscious realm, in your psyche, you're working something through, you're healing from some energy. You may be just in a very meditative state, really calming yourself on an internal level because there's stuff swirling around you, like all the cards say that you don't really understand or comprehend at this point. Like, why is this all going on? I'm just going to hunker down. I kind of feel like that's part of it. In the past, Two of Wands. Right, there's a path here that's been chosen already, something to take action toward. And what's crowning you here is the King of Pentacles. That's kind of fascinating because I want to say that Aries got the same thing in the same spot. So if you're dealing with an Aries, check out that reading. King of Pentacles. So what does that mean for you, Taurus? This could just be your energy here, and what's crowning you is what helps support you bring about your desired outcome, right? And I feel like the King of Pentacles in this case, it could be a divine masculine that you are seeking some measure of commitment with, but it can also just be yourself, your own groundedness, your own Midas touch, that everything you're going to touch is going to turn to gold in one way or another. So it's like your sovereignty here. I'm getting that feeling a lot. Moving forward, Ace of Cups. Yeah, divine gift of love, happiness, fulfillment. I'm sorry. So the guidance from Spirit of the Universe is the Ace of Wands. So we have love and passion. The energy around you, surrounding you that you may be unaware of, is a Page of Wands. So that seems to me to be possibly someone who's still carrying a torch for you, Taurus. But they don't know what to do with that energy. It isn't quite evolved yet. Here are your hopes and fears. Three of Wands. Look at all the wands coming through here. Wow, lots of fire energy. Three of Wands for you. Hopes and fears. I kind of feel it's all about, you know, your ships coming in, what you have, you know, the order that you placed in the past. Here it is showing up. I'll clarify it to see what the energy is around that, and then the potential outcome. Yeah, everything in divine time. Like I said, there's a higher plan in place. There is something being worked through here. A higher plan is already in action and unfolding. So you kind of got to go with it. This is that moment, Taurus, where you just release and trust and surrender to the higher plan. It is unfolding. On the bottom is the Empress. Very interesting. So let's see what we've got here. So far we have Leo energy. We have Sagittarian energy. King of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but I am feeling that as your energy so far until the clarifiers tell me otherwise. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles with the Sun. King of Pentacles. All right, might have to shift that. Tower. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so in this case right here, what you need to learn is the reason for whatever it was, the unexpected shifting in energy with your divine masculine, the King of Pentacles in this case. Regardless of their sign, this is somebody that you were counting on, and things did not go as planned. This is very, very similar to the Aries reading. I'm just feeling it right now. But yeah, because you were expecting equal give and take, some measure of reciprocity, and that got blown to smithereens. So I do feel like if you're moving toward happiness, there's something you need to understand about why that happened. That's what these cards are, especially the heart of the matter. That's what's happening here. Like, you have to get to the heart of the matter, Taurus, to understand what that was about. and what you brought to that, because you cannot fully appreciate the whole situation until you kind of take a peek inside. What were your expectations? You know, what messages were you sending? And I'm not doing this to say that the Tower is any one person's fault, but we can only look at ourselves, because we can only change ourselves, and we can only, you know, self-correct from taking a radical self-inventory. So I feel that's what's being called for here. And I see the beginnings of it with the Four of Swords. Well, there's the Three of Wands. So I think you are in a reflective, I'm not seeing healing as much as I'm seeing reflection on, you know, this energy of the King of Wands almost feels like it's coming, like it was someone who was unavailable, right? There's just unavailability here and things moving so slow. And there's an energy with the Four of Swords of you trying to make sense of that, right? Swords is our realm of thought. Fours are about stability. And I thought this was going to be a thing. I keep saying that, right? I thought this was coming in. I thought, Four of Swords, this was coming in, but it moved so slowly, and this person just seemed so unavailable. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be. Two of Wands. Yes, you made the choice. You made the choice. This was worth working on because you see a future. This is partly what you've learned, lessons in the past, right? How you know, what you've already come through. It's going to be hard for me to hold up. But we have the Two of Wands here with the Eight of Pentacles. So Two of Wands, choosing a path, and you took, you know, a more challenging path, something that you would need to put your effort into, but it was worth it because this is that soul connection of the Lovers, another choice card, and you're looking at the Ten of Pentacles with an eye toward the future, to legacy, to something you can bring to the world, but also subsist on, right? There's accomplishment in the Ten of Pentacles. There's abundance with the Ten of Pentacles. There's life partnership with the Ten of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like you made that choice, and somewhat of a commitment with that Eight of Pentacles to really work on this with this soul connection because of the vision you had going forward. King of Pentacles is crowning you. All right, so underneath we see the Ten of Swords. So I know that somewhere underneath the surface you're still wrestling with a very painful ending. King of Pentacles and the Death card and the Sun card. So there's a letting go here. And it's interesting because in this deck, the King of Pentacles, his head is hanging and he looks very forlorn to me. So I feel like there's something you need to let go of in order to bring in this happiness. And you're taking your first steps right now, but what's crowning you, and you're kind of reflecting and moving through what went wrong and the unavailability of this person, because it's so vastly different from the vision you held in the past. And I am seeing you as this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles here was not you. It was your divine masculine. Here it's you. So there is a little bit of shared energy. I'm not even going to say mirrored, because it feels like they were in that, you were seeing them in that energy first, and now there's been like a little bit of shape-shifting. And I just feel as if you're in your power center right now as the King of Pentacles, because you're going to be grounded here, Taurus. That's what another message was, stay grounded. And that Death card is what you will be releasing, especially with this full moon in Aries, because that full moon in Aries has a lot of thrust to it in terms of being able to propel you forward. forward. So if you are very clear about releasing this energy of letting go of whatever it was that you brought to the table, as I was discussing before, that may have had an impact on the situation, because you can only be accountable for your own stuff, then I feel like you may have a big lurch forward coming up with that Ace of Wands. So let's look at the Ace of Cups. This is the future. So we get the Moon, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. So I feel like you're in for a little bit more confusion. This is about the one you love, and I feel as if there may be some things you don't understand going on behind the scenes. Something's hidden from you with regard to this person, and I feel like you may get some double talk. I feel like you may, I mean, here's the confusion, the emotional confusion and overwhelm, right? Like, how am I going to sort through all this if I'm getting like gaslighted? I just feel as if there's any communication at all, I'm not sure that you will trust the message, because I feel like you think there's something you can't see, and it won't feel good. Your perception of it is that it will not be truth. It will be other than truth, that the truth will be hidden. Right? This is the don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining card. You know, there's gamesmanship in the Five of Swords. There's zero-sum game in the Five of Swords. There's gaslighting energy. There's gossip energy. There's all that stuff that just kind of makes you twitch and go, yeah, that doesn't feel good. So I do feel I see some more confusion coming down the pike. Let's see what Spirit says, what guidance Spirit has for you with this Ace of Wands. Well, got a double hit. New beginning. I feel like Spirit's telling you, I will pull the cards, but I feel like because it just literally flipped over in my hand, Spirit's telling you, we have a plan, we have a plan, we have a plan. Right? We're gonna offer you this divine gift of inspired passion. We're gonna bring life to something new for you. So I do feel there's newness coming in. I don't always feel that, but in this case I do. Yes. The Ace of Swords coming out is a yes to me as a reader from the universe. It's all gonna make sense. You're gonna get your, oh, wow, I could have had a V8. You're gonna get your epiphany, your moment of clarity. It's all gonna make sense. And there's the emotional contentment, wish fulfillment underneath. And it's also telling you, once all this powerful energy comes through, and I feel it will come with or shortly after the full moon in Aries. So if you're watching this at a later point in time, you should already be in this energy. And Spirit's almost telling you, don't get complacent. Don't rest on your laurels. We're not just giving you one ace. We're giving you two Ace of Wands. We're giving you three freaking aces here for you to take the information, have your aha moment, your epiphany, and then act. Waking the lion right here. Waking the lion. And whatever that means for you, Taurus, whatever that means, I'm looking at that wheel and also the Three of Wands. So let's see the energy that surrounds you you may be unaware of is this Page of Wands. There's someone here that's holding on to the past, right? Four of Pentacles underneath. They're not wanting to let go of their old ways in order to have the new beginning and the commitment and the stability offered with the Ace of Pentacles. Because the Page of Wands, pages are messengers, so the message here is lighthearted, flirtatious. It doesn't take itself too seriously, followed by the Three of Cups. Well, sure, it can be a reconciliation card, but it can also be a, a party card. It can also be a third-party energy card. It can also be like there are things that this person isn't evolved enough yet to let go of in order to bring about the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm saying that because if this was just it on its face and I didn't know what was in the psyche is I'm not ready to let go. That Ace of Pentacles is that center pentacle right there guarding their heart. And they're not like, they're just not ready to let go of their present experience, the way that they're moving through the world right now. I feel like this person is kind of just attached to their comfort zone and not as evolved as you are yet. Doesn't mean they can't become the King of Pentacles. They're just not there yet. Three of Wands, hopes and fears. Wow. Whew. Well, I think what I'm seeing is seeing more fear than a hope. I'm seeing a fear that, right, like here with the Two of Wands, remember I said, with the Two of Wands, you place the order for what you want. You choose the path. And you establish the action you will need to take, who you need to be or become to achieve said goal, what you're trying to accomplish or manifest. It's based on the intentions you set, etc. The Three of Wands is what comes towards you as a result. And I think you're afraid that what's coming towards you is someone cutting you out completely. King of Swords, Four of Cups. Detached, aloof, disengaged, disenchanted, friend-zoned, or worse, just rejected, out of hand. Because underneath I see the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords here, right, is I think in your subconscious you feel like you're going to be taken, you're going to be played. That someone isn't going to be honest or truthful with you. And that's what I was feeling over here. And it is about, the Ace of Cups, the one you love. So I do feel like this is an opportunity for you, as I was saying. What are you bringing to the party? Remember that? What if what you're bringing are old stories that you keep telling yourself? And you're putting it on this situation. So because this is the hopes and or fears, I feel the fear pretty strongly. I feel it's up to you, Taurus, to determine where this is coming from. Is it really coming from past experience with this connection? Or is it coming from past experience with other connections? And you're just overloading all of that. If you're having like a little measure of PTSD from past rejection, being cut out, being abandoned, being forsaken, and being, liar, cheater, stealer energy coming through here, being avoided. I feel like that's your fear. And I ask you to determine where it came from. If it is coming from this connection, as past is prologue, then I feel Spirit's telling you we're putting something new on your path. And do not get complacent about that. When it shows up, you'll know it's time to act. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the wheel's in a state of delay. The wheel's not really moving, guys. There's a little Page of Cups underneath. So what's the holdup? Is not receiving a message of love or apology. It's kind of hard to reconcile with someone who's in an energy of resistance. So, the wheel, the Hanged Man is stalled action. It's stalled out. And sometimes it's for your higher good, because it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I need to see the bigger picture. as I keep telling you. I need to look at this from everyone's perspective here, from mine, from theirs, right? What does Spirit see? How did this all unfold? What did I bring to the table? I keep driving that home because I think that's the key to this whole thing. And then there's that card of peace and reconciliation and triumph and the homecoming, and it's being blocked on both sides by resistance and by that sort of pulled back energy of kind of being in the matrix as you sort through things. So I feel like the wheel wants to move. It's showing up from the top of the deck, but it's in a state of delay. It's kind of held up because what you're trying to bring into being isn't available to you now. I know that's just a difficult part of the reading to see, but I think it all hinges back up to here as to what's crowning you. And the beauty of Tarot, Taurus, is that you get to see the potential here with your fears and the potential outcome based on that, and maybe not seeing things as they are, but how you want them to be. You get the opportunity to sort of reframe and redirect. I feel that's really important here, because if you really truly want the happiness that is coming through in your present energy, there is something you're going to have to revisit and release. Okay, so heavy energy, I get it. You're protected. Remember where we were in the beginning. So let me tell you who showed up. We have Leo, Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Leo again, Pisces, Sagittarius, and more Pisces. So those are the energies that showed up. We have the King of Pentacles out twice. That can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. King of Wands can be Leo, Aries, Sag. King of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what I'm going to do now is, in the extended, is all from the the divine masculine's perspective. I will draw a card for how they are showing up, what their present energy is. Then it'll be 3 cards for how they see this situation, how they feel about it, 3 cards for how they feel about you, and 3 cards for their intentions. I'll also draw a card from Spirit of the Universe to give you guidance on what to do about all that energy, as well as some oracle to close out the reading. So the link to that is below. If you want to see what's going on the other side of this connection, follow me there. I'll look forward to seeing you. Otherwise, Taurus, have a very beautiful full moon in Aries, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now.